igniting the flammable liquid, causing the troll to light up on flames. Velgo starts screaming loudly as he attempts to extinguish the fire from his head with his bare hands. Layla makes full use of this opportunity, quickly dashes forward her enemy, slicing one of the shoulder pads right off his armor, and with one of her enchanted daggers, the troll grabs both of his scimitars in his hand and he tries to cut Layla in half, but she jumps back in time, avoiding his strike. "I'm going to destroy you," the troll shouts at us. "I will cut you into pieces so small that I won't even find enough of you to give you a proper burial." His eyes are red with rage as the fire covering him is slowly dying out. The marks left from the burning flames are already starting to regenerate. I suppose I should have accepted that regular fire would not be enough against an enemy with such high regenerative powers. What's next then? If you don't quickly decide what I'm going to do now... What are you talking to me? Stop breaking the fourth wall. The troll won't give me any more time to react. Should I go on the offensive or should I retreat, giving the others time to join me? Try to act as a decoy so Layla can cut off Troll's head. Go for a tactical retreat. Try to cut off Troll's head. I think I'm gonna act as a decoy. I have enough agility, right? What is my agility like? Yeah, my speed reflexes. Yeah. My combat technique is trash, but I'm not exactly fighting. Return to game. So I think the best option for me would be to try and act as a decoy so Layla can cut the troll's head off. Speed check successful, level 3. Layla is probably going to have a better chance at cutting the troll's head than I will. I just need to make sure that she can sneak up on me. I rush toward Velgos with my enchanted knife at the ready, pretending that I want to stab him in the chest. I get close enough to him in order to make him attack me, but then dash back and position myself in order that forces the troll to turn his back on Layla. In order to keep watching me, Layla immediately understands the intent behind my action, and as soon as Velgos takes his eyes off of her, she makes one quick dash towards him, swinging one of her daggers towards his neck. On the side where the shoulder pad had been shattered, she cuts his head off in a single movement and then grabs it by the hair and throws it on the ground. Almost immediately afterwards, she stomps on the troll's head, crushing it underneath her sandal. The troll's body jumps away from us, but the head on the ground does not seem to be regenerating. Instead, a new head is forming itself, starting from Velgos's neck. It only takes about 5 seconds until the head gets regenerated almost completely. Although, judging by the expression on his face, this must have been a particularly painful process. Wow, this is just 5 seconds to recreate a head. Where was his memory stored while his brain was mashed into pieces? But whatever. It must have been a particularly painful process. I'm going to take my time killing you, Velgos says, looking as if he's still trying to hold back some of the pain. I'll do it slowly after I force you to watch all of your friends die. Yeah, I say, I've heard it all before. Watch out, Bruce shouts at us from behind. Not long after his warning, two very large ogres make their way out of the gate behind Velgos. They attempt to hit us with their oversized club, but Layla and I jump back and we join our teammates, who have now all arrived at our location. I knew it. Our mage teammates say. I knew that they wouldn't make it as easy for us to fight a single troll. They just had to bring in the ogres too. Stop complaining, Bruce says. The ogres are easy to beat. They're dumb and they're slow as snail. I can take them both on myself. Ancient language check successful, level 1. I didn't expect that one. Actually, I'd rather be the one to take them on if you don't mind, I tell Bruce. I'm not completely sure, but I think I might be able to bring them over to our side if I had a little chat with them. That sounds like a stupid idea, Bruce says, but who am I to judge? You can take the trolls if you want. Ogres if you want. The troll is enough for me. The ogres do not leave us the chance to continue our conversation. They start running towards us, roaring at the top of their lungs while swinging their clubs. As we've agreed, the others step aside and begin heading towards the troll, leaving me to fight the ogres all by myself. Hey you, I tell the ogres, we need to talk. The two ogres ignore me and they try to hit me with their club. Luckily, even though the strength is formidable, dodging their sluggish attack is child's play in an open environment such as this. It's about your captured tribe members, I tell them. Still no reaction. Is it because they can't understand common? I know where they're holding your tribe captive, I say in ogre's tongue. The ogres react to my words for the first time. They both stop attacking me while looking at me suspiciously. How do you know about our captured tribe members? One of the ogres says. Don't listen to him. He's trying to trick us. The second ogre says. Am I? I say. What if I were to tell you that I also knew that one of the captives is your tribe shaman who happens to be a female? He knows about a shaman, the first ogre says. You must be telling the truth. Even if he is, it's not worth it, the second ogre says. The troll will kill us all if we try to help the human in any way. Not if we kill him first, I say. You're insane. The second ogre says. The troll is immortal. Even if you kill him, he still comes back to life. There's no way we can beat him. So you prefer to live the rest of your lives as his lackey then, I say. Brother, the first ogre says. We've been at the troll mercy for too long. We've never had a better chance than this to avenge our fallen warriors, to rescue the captives. Second ogre looks at his comrade in arms for a few long seconds, considering his words carefully. What would you ask of us if we agreed to help you? The second ogre says, just help me out in killing the troll, I say. After that, tell you where they're holding your friends and you'll be free to go. Don't worry, they're not being held far from here. You'll have plenty of time to free them and get out of the city before they assemble the city guards. We'll hold you to that promise, human, the second ogre says after thinking about my offer for a few more seconds. You better not be lying to us. I wouldn't dream of it, I say. Two ogres exchange one final look and then they turn their backs on me, prepared to go fight their former ally. While I was talking to ogres, I saw Layla and Bruce working together, managed to decapitate the troll for a second time. Layla crushes Velgos' head under her sandal, but the head did not regenerate on the ground. Instead, the troll regrew his head again from his neck, although this time around it seems to take longer to recreate it. Fully created, it looks like he was having a bit of a trouble recreating the exact same facial feature that he had before. Prepared to join my friends in battle, I take one long look at Velgos. I try to make a plan of attack. Observe the battle from Layla and Velgos in order to I already know the weakness, just have to do it again and again until regeneration runs out. Lie to the mage in order to convince him to act as a decoy. Cut the troll's head off while he is busy fighting Layla. My observation skill is maximum actually, so I should probably go with that, right? I don't think my strength stat is full. The observation is maximum. I think that would be better. Observe the battle between Layla and Velgos in order to find his weakness. Good gods, the mage says exasperated as he watches Layla fight. Stop aiming for the head. Can't you see that he is doing you no good? On the contrary, tell him. I think that cutting his head off is exactly what we should be doing. You should clearly see that the troll was struggling to regenerate his head when it got cut off for the second time. Even with his insane regenerative ability, there still has to be some kind of limit on how many times he can regrow his head in such a short period of time. My guess is that one or two more beheadings should do the trick. The ogres are now rushing towards the troll with their clubs at the ready, preparing to strike. As he sees his former companions turning on him, Velgos' eyes fill with rage. I maintain my position, trying to study the troll carefully as he is fighting. I don't get to do that for long, however, because Layla immediately takes advantage of the troll distraction and she manages to cut the head off again. This is hilarious. This is like in Dragon Ball Z, fucking Namekians and their hands kept like getting chopped off. Was it in, I think it was in Super. Was it in Z or Super? I don't remember. Dragon Ball in general, the Namekians, their fucking body parts keep falling off and they have to regenerate them, which is kind of what's happening here. After his head gets crushed one more time, the troll begins regrowing a new groom from his neck, but this time something is definitely off. The grotesque form that is emerging from his neck can no longer be called anything close to a head. The face is missing half of its skin, the eyes are coming out of their orbits, and the shape of it is nothing like before. More importantly, it would seem that his head has not been well enough to regenerate to allow him to breathe. The troll is now desperately trying to grasp for air while looking at me and Layla with pure hatred in his eyes. Can he just breathe through his mouth or something? Tries to speak, but he has no air left in his lungs. He only manages to make some unintelligible guttural sounds while taking a few steps forward, stretching one of his arms towards us in a futile attempt to reach us. Once he runs out of breath completely, he drops to his knees and he starts clawing at his throat with his hand as if he were trying to create a new pathway for the air to reach his lung. Eventually, he stops moving altogether. He drops face first to the ground, lifeless. Well, that was anticlimactic, I suppose. Hey Velgos, the announcer says, what are you doing? Stop fooling around and fight seriously. What do you think we're paying you for? The spectators seem to be unsure of how to react. The Velgos appears to be something of a crowd favorite, so seeing him die in front of their eyes would be giving them mixed feeling about this whole thing. They can't really blame him for having... They can't really blame us for having killed him. They don't seem very eager to cheer for us either. What we get instead is a few moments of awkward silence when the announcer is still struggling to come to terms with reality. Velgos, announcer says this time in a pleading voice, don't do this to me. Come on, I even bet good money on you. You can't just die on me like this. What about the rest of the second round? Who's going to fight the other division? Velgos, get up, damn you. As the announcer finishes his rant, we hear Venard, the arena owner, clearing his throat from somewhere behind the announcer. Please excuse me. Announcer says to the spectator, I'll be back shortly. He then heads in the direction of the arena owner, descending from his elevated platform, entering one of the upper levels of the main building surrounding the fighting area. As the announcer was talking, I was barely paying any attention to him because I was focused on something else entirely. After studying the scimitar that had fallen from the troll's hand for a while, I came to the conclusion that they were both in surprisingly good condition. I'm also quite certain that they both have at least the sharpness and durability enchantment cast on them, so they should be pretty comparable to my daggers in terms of usefulness. But wouldn't his scimitar would be like huge or something? Comparable to my dagger in terms of usefulness. I've never really liked wielding two weapons at the same time while fighting. Maybe I should take one of these with me so that I could use it when I'm in need of a weapon with longer reach. Or maybe I should take the other one too, sell it at the shop. I'm not sure exactly how much it would be worth, but I could get Darren to identify all the enchantments on it. I'm sure I could negotiate a reasonable price at the local shop.